Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. Migration. Is migration a big problem in the UK today? Leave your comments in that comment section. I want to hear what you have to say. First off, I'm going to start. Obviously, you can see that I'm a so-called black man. I was born in the UK, born in North London, born and bred. Parents came here in the 1970s. A second, let me move my car a minute so I don't get disturbed. Right. My parents came in the 1970s. I was born in 76. Hang on a sec. Got two siblings, older sister, younger brother. And went to school, obviously born and bred North London. I now live in Manchester, that's where I'm at now. We left London 5 years ago. My mum's in her 70s and she still works to this day, right? She works part-time. Call it like, she's been retired for a few years, but it's a thing where she wants to keep herself active, because if she stays at home all day long, she will end up getting older than what she is. You understand what I mean? She wants to keep herself active. But anyway, nothing more said than that. You know, they came over to the UK, they bought a property over here, obviously sent money back home like most immigrants do. They send money back home, build back home as well. Obviously they buy property here, and just get on with life. But in this day and age today, it seems like things are a bit different. Like, it seems like others have come here just to milk and not really get involved. It's like, you know, when you got a team, a whole team, you know, you got a team, let's just say it's like football, you've got a team and you got like 11 men on a team and you get like 2 or 3 freeloaders. They're just here to make up the numbers, to collect a paycheck, but they're not really interested in the, how can I say, coming together and being cohesive together as a team. But anyway, I don't want to keep rambling on. I'm just trying to say, when these migrants come over, they don't really want to integrate. They don't want to be part of UK society. No one's saying you've got to forget your own culture, because when you're in your house or you're around your own people, your own gathering, your culture's there within the UK, you know. But then obviously when you go out to work and you interact with everyday people, you interact with lots of people from multicultural diversities and different colours and creeds of people all day long. But, you know, this is the UK, and as the UK has certain values, certain way, and the way it is. I know obviously it's not the same as it once was. When I was growing up in the 1980s and 1990s, those were better days for me. But now the country's changed. It's changed for the worse. I live in Manchester because London's not the greatest place these days. It's not the city that I grew up in. I feel that there's more opportunities up north as compared to London. I mean, they're squeezing the blood life out of Londoners these days with all the taxes, and you've got ULEZ and stuff like that. You know, this now. Well, anyway, I'm going to get into it. So, look, a new government was voted in about a couple of weeks ago, and Labour, obviously they got rid of the Tories. Labour's now in. I mean, I asked my mum, I said to her, look, are you happy now Labour's in? Because she's always used to vote, used to tell me, make sure you go and vote. I'll be like, yeah, okay. They're all the same. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. I don't vote because I don't see the point in voting, really. Because everything's set out before we even vote. That's what I believe anyway. All right? Us voting just lets them know what the people are thinking, so they can know what the minds of the people are thinking and they can work around it. But I asked her, and she said, you know, she said to me, as I said, mum's in her 70s and she's been in this country her whole life, worked, whatever. She's always supported Labour, right, working class. And I said, are you happy now Labour's here? And she's like, they're all the same. And I looked at her and went, was on the phone. I said to her, start to get it now, yeah? She's like, yeah, I'm starting to get it now. They're all the same. They're all the same. So anyway, Labour's come into power and they've struck some type of an agreement with the Ukraine, right? The actual inside specifics of it, I'm not actually sure. I know it's something like a 4 or 5 year deal worth 4 billion. It still is worth 4 billion, right? This is 4 billion pounds that the UK is going to be donating to the Ukraine. Now, don't get me wrong, all right? I got nothing against the Ukraine. Obviously, they're going through a situation right now, but I don't understand why the UK has internal issues that need to be solved, and a lot of the time we're hearing we don't have the money, we don't have the resources. Money gets you resources, but you want to give you want to strike a deal with Ukraine. You think it's important to strike some sort of deal to give 4 billion to Ukraine aid when you have issues in this country? Social housing gone down the drains, piss poor. Flipping the youth for today. More opportunities up here, more stuff for the youths to do up here in the northwest than there is down south, like I should say London. Again, London's got a high population, and it would be good if they could get something going on, like some type of workshops or some type of places where the youth can go and learn certain things and take their minds away from what's distracting them and making them act the way they are these days. And we're talking about the growing rate, the crime rate, stabbings, muggings, stuff like that. Not that London hasn't suffered from that problem before, but now the age group is getting younger and younger and younger, and we're getting like kids killing kids now. It's getting beyond the joke. Young teenagers killing young teenagers. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. There was murders, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as rapid as it is now, and the age group that it is now. So, like, you know, as I said, there's things that need to be sorted out in this country. There's things that need to be addressed. And speaking, obviously, we're talking about migration and stuff like that. That's what I basically made the video about. Obviously, that, you know, the situation that happened in Leeds, and then the police running away from the situation, looking like total cowards, looking like England's police force is a joke, which I've often said for many years. It just doesn't look great, does it? I've never seen this country in such a state. Never seen it in such a state. And now, obviously, we've got a new government that's in power. Obviously, they're all the same. I just feel it's going to get worse. I can't see it's going to get worse. Listen, anyone who's got anything up here, man, you got to start preparing yourself now, man. Things are going to get worse now. We've had a switch with the with the Saudis switching from the no more. We're talking about the oils being sold in dollars and now moving with the BRICS. Not sure if any of you guys know what that is, but the BRICS, the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those are the BRIC countries, right? The BRIC nations, who are now seen to be taking over from the first world countries, right? You have first world countries, you have BRIC nations, and then you have third world countries, right? We know who the first world countries are, and I just mentioned to you who the BRICS are, and then everyone else outside of that is a third world country. But now the Saudi's going to be selling their oil in a new currency next year. So things are going to change in this country, right? London's the financial capital of the world, and there's big issues going on in the financial world at the moment. I'm not the biggest financial guru, or, you know, to be able to give anyone advice on finance, but all I'm going to say to you is there are going to be some changes in this country over here, so just have a look out for it. right? So anyway, I'm going to run over a few things. 4 billion to Ukraine. No good. I mean, it's no good for the British people. Us, our taxpayers' money being pissed away over at Ukraine. Sorry for my language, but it's the way that I feel. You know, when we've got issues like, you know, social housing, not enough housing for British citizens of the UK, right? I'll make another video about my situation, right? I don't want to go into it. It's not a personal thing. This is like for everybody. So I don't want to go into my personal situation right now. But there is definitely a major social housing issue going on in this country where migrants seem to be getting all the property, and then, you know, UK nationals like myself, been on a housing list for, I don't even want to tell you. As I said, I'll see it in my next video, and obviously you can see obviously I'm not too pleased about it. But yeah, trying to rent privately these days is like, even up here in the northwest, trying to find places. Obviously, properties more reasonably priced than down in the south, but trying to find somewhere to live up here, hard as well. Every time you go to a place to view a property, you got about 10 other people coming to view the same property, and then the owner of the house then gets to try and choose who he believes will be best suited for his property. And if you're going, you know, you're starting to get the drift of it. Every time you're going, you're seeing a property, and if you do go to a property where you're the only person to view it, 9 times out of 10 the property is below par. Let's just say below par. We've got a massive damp problem up here in the northwest. But anyway, you know, I don't know. Just growing issues over here in the UK, man. And it's not a country that I really want to spend the rest of my days in, I'll tell you that. There are some nice spots up in here, don't get me wrong. But ultimately, the whole of the UK's fucked. That's the way I see it. It's the way that I see it. Anyway, look, enough said. I'm going to make another video. We're going to talk about social housing. But anyway, do us a favour. Hit the like button for you, please. Subscribe to the channel. If there's any issues that you faced, stuff like that, let me know in the comment section. We'll talk about it. I'll make a video about it. And eventually I'll be going live. Once this channel gets up and running, I'll be doing a few live streams. And we'll be talking live, maybe get some people on. Anyway, do us a favour, smash the like button, hit the bell for notifications so you get all the new and latest videos.